guys, and welcome to the 13th episode of the How to Make an RPG in Unity tutorial series. Now I apologize for not making any other videos, but I had a lot of personal projects that I had to do, um, or continue. But now today I found time to record. Let's record. Um, Now in this episode, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having our um, skeleton enemy spawn once we enter this clearing, and we're gonna have a quest marker that's gonna point over here, and maybe there's gonna be like a chest in the middle of our screen, um, and then what's gonna happen is that or not middle of the screen, but in the middle of the clearing, and maybe what's gonna happen is that you open the chest, you pick up your first weapon, and then stuff happens like zombies or not zombies skeletons will come out and start attacking you. That's basically the game plan for today. We're just gonna make the first quest actually work. So let's first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna go find a chest asset because we don't have one. Now we can obviously use some 3D models, but yeah, I'll look for a chest, and of course if I do find one, I'm gonna link one down in the descriptions below. Okay, so I found a very nice looking chest asset over here, and it is called treasure chest PBR. Now I'm just going to download it and import it into our scene, and drag it in once we have it. So you can see over here we have treasure chest closed, and we can drag it into our scene right here. Sorry, I'm slightly lagging. Um, there we go. Yep, sorry, I was lagging quite a bit. So here we go. We have our chest. Um, Now I think this is actually and quite a interesting chest because it has PPR on it, which means that it's going to be very hard to load into your scene. I'm also going to just take away the trees because it's making my scene load or scene lag. Usually trees are something that you put at the end. So I'm just going to remove all the trees. And I'll just remove all the grass as well. If you guys have stronger computers, you're welcome to keep the trees, but I'm just going to remove it and add it at the very end because it's lagging my PC out. Okay, cool. Actually, yes, there's still some more grass. Yeah, I'm going to remove the grass as well. Okay, so now we have our chest in the middle of the clearing, or it should be a clearing, but we don't really have most of the stuff yet, but that's okay. So yeah, we have a chest here, and basically what's going to happen is, let's press play, and we're going to be talking to, I forgot what his name was, Joey. Hi, I need your help. Please go kill the goblins. And then we're going to go kill the goblins. Or not goblins, I mean skeletons. We still have to change that. Yeah, we haven't gone to the quest component of our game in such a long time. Anyways, we're just going to walk up to the chest here. Also, we spawn with a sword. I know why we do, so it's not that big of a problem. But yeah, basically, you're going to be going to the chest. If you press E, it's going to drop a sword, and then there's going to be a bunch of skeletons. After you pick up the sword, there's going to be a bunch of skeletons that are going to spawn. Now, actually, let's make this a bit more discreet. Let's actually make the quest from Joey. Also, what we need to do is we need to remove the dagger small from our camera because we shouldn't spawn with one. But what we're going to do is we're going to make it so also we can remove the dagger objects from the game, and we can also remove the skeleton enemy. But basically what we want to do is we want to just change Joey's quest. And let's go. I forgot where we stored the quest dialogue object. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot where we would store the dialogue object. So you got UI manager, event manager, scene objects, which is, yeah, I'm assuming all the scene objects. Why do we have two scene objects? Okay, interesting. So we actually had I had a duplicate of all the scene objects for some reason, which is why my PC was lagging. Um, but where is the dialogue stored? I'm guessing it might be in the canvas dialogue box. Oh, wait, there we go. Okay, so we have our first dialogue. Okay, so our first dialogue is, "Hi, I need your help." Let's make it actually so that I lost my sword in the woods. Can you go retrieve it for me? And over here, he'll say, if you try to talk to him again, he'll say, have you retrieved my sword yet? And then, now, when we go back, and we try to talk to Joey, he'll say, hi, I need your help. I lost my sword in the woods. Can you go retrieve it for me? And then, instead of that being Joey's quest, where's the quest object? Let's go to player. It might be in here. Quest obj. There we go. Okay, so quest object 1, Joey's quest, um, kill or retrieve sword, and then the second objective will be to kill goblins. And now, when we press play and we talk to Joey, I need your help. Can you go retrieve my sword? So now we can see the two quests are not goblins. Sorry, my bad. Skeletons. Alright. Yeah, so everything works just fine now. If we talk to Joey, I need your help. Can you go retrieve my sword for me? So yeah, it says retrieve sword and kill skeletons. So what we're gonna have essentially is basically a quest marker that's gonna point us towards the chest, because right now the player doesn't actually know to go towards the chest. So we're gonna change that. We're gonna make it so they know. And how we're gonna do that is we're gonna have a canvas object on our screen, or not an image on our screen, like a quest marker on our screen, that's going to point towards where our chest is going to be. So we can have a little image, oops, not a camera, an image. And basically this image will follow the predestinated destination that we're going to have. So yeah, let's actually, so the first thing we're going to need to do is we're just going to need to, once this loads. Okay, now we're back. I'm not even kidding, that took like an entire minute to load. Yeah, so anyways, let's go into our, I believe it's the quest object script. But I'm just going to open up Visual Studios and find out which script is in charge of questing. Alright, now that we're in Visual Studios and it's finally loaded, we can go and look for our questing scripts. It might just be, I think there's a quest obj, right? If I'm not wrong. Quest obj, there we go. Okay, so yeah. So we can have here quest subject, start new quest. Yep, all this is good. So yeah. So right now, when we actually have a new quest, what we're gonna do is we're gonna reference a new image, and we can call this like public image. We need to be using Unity engine.ui. So right here, using Unity engine.ui. And over here, we're gonna just have public image, and basically, or quest marker. And basically, this is going to be referencing our quest marker. And down here, we can have a public transform target. So this is going to be the target of our quest, or where we need to go. And now, we can go on start new quest, or on void update, and we can start coding it so that quest marker will follow the target. And we can also set targets to be equal to, and in the quest objs, we can also add another thing called public transform target. And yeah, so now we have temp obj. We need to be storing which quest object we're actually going to be, we're currently on. So we can say public quest object current quest, and current quest is going to be equal to temp obj when we start a new quest. And on void update, what we can say is we can say float min x is going to be equal to image, or sorry, not image, quest marker dot get pixel adjusted rect dot width divided by 2. And same for max x is going to be equal to screen dot width. So the width of the screen minus min x. And then we can just copy paste this. But instead of min x and max x, we can have min y and max y. And instead of width, obviously, we're just going to have height. And instead of screen.width, we have screen.height. And now we have over here vector to position is equal to camera dot main, so the main camera dot world to screen point and then target dot position. So basically, we're just making we're translating the transform position of our camera to be like translated into onto our 2D screen, which is why we have vector 2. Um, and now what we can do is we can say if vector 3 dot um, target dot position minus transform. So the differences between our target's position and our current position, comma transform dot forward is less than 0. So yeah, now that you have that, what we can say is if position dot x is less than screen dot width divided by 2, then that means that our target is behind the player. And but like this is basically just differentiating between which side is our closest translate for our position of our target. And now what we can do is over here we can say position x is going to be equal to mathf dot clamp position x min x and then max x. And then likewise we can put this here as position y, and instead of position dot x we have position dot y and min y and max y. And down here we can just set the image as transform. So quest marker dot transform dot position is going to be equal to position. And yeah, that's basically pretty much it. And last thing we need to do is we just need to set quest target to be equal to our quest current quest dot target. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Not minus, sorry, equal to. And yeah, so now we can go back into Unity and check out how this will work. Okay, so now that I'm back in Unity, let's actually give this a sprite. Because right now, it's kind of just a blank square, and yeah. So let's actually give this a sprite. So we can go to Package Manager and we can search up FPS icons. Of course, I'll put a link to this down in the descriptions below. But this basically just has a bunch of icons for like FPS stuff. Actually, it might be better for us to have like an RPG specific UI package. I think we already have a bunch of UI packages. Let me just find a suitable quest marker icon in here for us to use. So none of these are good. I mean, we already have the icon pack, so let's just try it out. And not really anything we can use. Inventory icons, again, not really anything we can use. Again, over here, there's really nothing we can use. So for now, you know what? I just make the marker like I guess a blue triangle. I'm not even sure you can use triangles. Yeah, there's no triangles, right? So we would have to make our own in this case. But if we look through, we can try to find a, you know what? Let's literally just use a cross. Because why not? Or we can use a knob, I guess. So this is kind of just like a circle, and we can just scale it down, and we can also rename this to be our marker. and we can scale this down to be 0.5 by 0.5 by 0.5, and this will display which way we have to go to get to our quest destination. And let's go down here, and we can set the transform of the target to be the closed treasure chest, and the image of our quest marker is obviously our marker. And let's go back in the script, and we can say if target is equal to null, then we're going to set um, quest marker dot set active game object dot set active is going to be false. So it's not going to be active if we don't have a target. Else quest marker dot game object dot set active is going to be true. So it's going to be active. And now when we go back into Unity, we should be able to see that when we press play, the quest marker is not there. Now we can press E. I need your help, blah, blah, blah. And there we go. The marker is working. You can see if we turn around, it'll navigate adjustingly. Only complaint I have with it is that we need to make it smaller. And also we need better UI. So I'm just gonna take this time to go look for better UI because this honestly doesn't look too good. So yeah, be right back. So after some searching, I was able to find a quest marker sprite, so we can just drag that in. I'm not gonna attach this into the descriptions below, because frankly I don't know who owns the sprite. I don't want to give the wrong credits. But yeah, there's a sprite for now. We can actually make this a bit smaller. Let's make this like 0.0, whoops, 0.0, 0.1 by 0.1 by 0.1. And now when we press play, we should see that it's not going to appear when we don't have a quest marker, and when we talk to Joey, it's going to appear and it's going to be in the form of a question mark. Yeah, you can see here though it's slightly glitchy, and doesn't really update really well. But yeah, that's a problem that we can fix another time. But for now, you can see it works perfectly fine, and we have our quest marker. It doesn't really stretch to the full width of the screen, which I'm kind of confused by. So we got pixel adjusted. Well, no matter. Before I end this episode, I'm just gonna do one last thing. I'm just gonna have we're just gonna create a new text object. So we're just gonna have public tm pro text mesh pro GUI distance text. And for void update, we're just gonna say distance dot text is gonna be equal to so we actually need to do something else. We have to do vector 3 dot distance, and we have to set the two transforms as our transform dot position and our target dot position, and we can also say var distance is equal to that, and we can just set the text to be equal to distance dot toString. And yeah, now we're done. Oh wait, also we need to add a meter sign, because the measurement unit for Unity is meters. So we can just go ahead and input a text mesh pro on down here, and we can drag this down, make it a lot bigger. We can make this like 10 by 10 by 10. So the good thing about text mesh pro is that it scales, so the text doesn't become like kind of unseeable if you make it too small, or anything like that. So yeah, now we can press play, and hi, I need your help, blah blah blah. Talk to Joey's quest. That's right, we forgot to set the game object for our text mesh pro. So we can just drag this in, and now it should work. So now we can press play, and we can talk to Joey, and you can see here our text appears. I'm just gonna make the text orange to match our quest marker that we got. Obviously, this text marker, or you know what? I'll make it like a what's a really easy to see color? I guess white in this case, right? You know what? I'll make it white. Yeah, screw it. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to see when you look. Actually, it's okay. Actually, it's better than nothing. So now you can see our quest marker will display the meters away. And yeah, one last thing is I'm just gonna make this instead of dot two string. I'm gonna make this two fixed two dot two string, or I don't know if you can do two fixed. Okay, you can't actually do two fixed in C sharp. I'm thinking of JavaScript. I think you can just do F2 if I'm not mistaken. And that formats it so that there's only two decimals. The reason we only want two decimals is because when you have like 4 or 5 decimals, it gets kind of confusing. So let's just go back in Unity, talk to our guy Joey, and yep. So now there's only two decimals, and that's good. So yeah, that was our third episode, or sorry, 13th episode of the How to Make an RPG in Unity tutorial series. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm planning in the next episode, or to not next episode, but next video to be a tutorial about how to make a Discord bot. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.